ARK6 Spare and Engineering Private Limited was founded in 1998. It has strengthened its position in the Asian market to become the largest and most dynamically developed stockist and supplier of new and reconditioned, genuine and OEM marine spares and equipment. It has a presence in Singapore, Indonesia, Bangladesh and China and has achieved ISO 9001 quality certification from Lloyd's Register and BizSafe Level 3 from WSH Council.
Yeah, my name is Asotan Saminathan. My company's name is ARK6 Spare and Engineering Private Limited. I was born in Chompang. Sembawang is the northern part of the island. There used to be a lot of pig farms actually. I grew among the pig farm. We are 9 of us in the family, plus the grandparents and some uncle, probably about 15 of us in the family. Only my father worked and my mother must be struggling to feed all of us. My grandmother used to plant these tapiocas and she would slice them up, fry them, and the house was located in front of the school. So at the gate, I used to sit there with this fried tapioca. We used to sell it for 5 cents, a nice little cone. So that probably was my beginning of being an entrepreneur, sitting outside a school gate and selling tapiocas. I grew up in Sembawang with a bunch of boys. I think many of them never finished their primary school actually. There were 1 or 2 that goes on to secondary school. I was one of the lucky one to move on. So after getting the O-level results, I was not sure what I'm going to do. So we play football almost every day. So there's one boy by the name of Majid who was already in the Polytechnic, and I said, hey, I got my O-level, what should I do? And he said, come, join my department, Marine. No clue. Just went and joined. We did 3 years in the Polytechnic and we spent 1 year as a cadet on the ship. It was a tough journey. Slowly I got used to the sea life, and then we spent a lot of time in South America. So I was away for a year, and yeah, okay, this is my career. So I came back and I did about 2.5 years in my national service. In the national service, I went on to become an officer, cadet. 1991, I came ashore, took a job as a technical superintendent. Something was still missing. I said, okay, let's quit the job. In 93, I packed my bag, I went to the UK. I did a degree in Newcastle upon Tyne. Got a first class honors. But there was nothing really new. When I came back in 95, at the age of 35 with a fresh bachelor's degree, I thought I want to stay away from the marine for a while, and I said, let me try something else since I got a new degree in mechanical engineering, though I'm also a marine engineer. 3 months went by, tried many jobs. They were not prepared to pay. They look at me as a young graduate at 35. So I told myself, okay, there are 2 kids I need to feed. I need to go back to the marine, which will pay me decent wages. Contacted a friend called Devaraj, and he told me that this Hong Kong company is looking for a technical manager. So one phone call led to a buffet, met my ex-boss, lunch, and that was it. We shook our hand and I started work with him. My ex-boss was actually a chartered accountant by training. I'm a very technical guy then, and we do buy ships. He was also in the buying of old vessels. I used to go and look at the ship, and he would run the numbers, and we'll see the numbers together. If he made it, we bought some ships. The company wanted to wind down for reason the bosses wanted to invest the money in China. They thought shipping was not the time, and I was told to sell all the ships, which I did. I sold all the ships, and by 1998 or about 2000, I was out of the job. So I just gave a thought, what should I do? When we were managing the older ship, we had actually very old makes and model. Components were not hard to come by. Manufacturers are no more around. I started going to places like Gujarat, where a lot of scrap ships are being scrapped. I went to Bangladesh, old ships are scrapped. I went to China, many parts of China. I started locating components for our own vessels. So when we sold all the vessels, I thought there is an opportunity to start something new. So my ex-boss, after selling the asset, he did ask me one evening, what are you going to do? And I said, I may want to try this business of recycling old machineries. And he took out a checkbook, $80,000, and said, here, go. So I made him my partner. So I gave him 51%, I took 49%. I ran the company for about 3-4 years. We grew decently fast enough. I managed to convince one of my old accountant to join me. So the two of us started. She did the numbers, I did the footwork. I traveled many parts of the world buying components, trading, buying, selling. And I think after 3 years, I bought all his shares back. I paid him more than what he actually contributed. I asked him if he wanted to sell the share. He said, no problem, take everything. And I bought everything back. And he's still a very good friend. He lives in Shanghai. We keep in touch very much. I think the market was right in 1998 or 2000. I think I was just in the right place, right time. There was a shipping boom. Many old vessels were bought by many owners, and they wanted it to be fixed. They wanted many reconditioned or refurbished items. I was just there at the right time, I believe. And I had some exposure to the used market before this, so I took full advantage of it. I kept on expanding, kept on hiring people. There was always a challenge hiring people and retaining them. I think one challenge I have in my business over the years is actually the younger generation today. We call them the Y generation or the Z generation. It's so difficult to convince them to hang on long enough to see a certain result. They want things fast. They want to be paid more year after year. They want new appointments, new titles, but there's very little patience to hang on. If somebody is paying a few dollars more, they're prepared to just give everything up and just move on. Over the last 17-18 years, we are now the largest stockists of marine components in Singapore. Yeah, we bought a warehouse sometime in 2005. So now we sit on a 32,000 square feet of storage space and workshop. And we have customers all over the world. And I moved on to open an office in Bangladesh about 4 or 5 years ago. 2 other offices in Jakarta and Surabaya. And then also an office in Shanghai. And the staff strength has grown from 2, now we are about 28, I think. That's only in Singapore. If you look at all the other offices collectively, maybe we are about 42 of us. At the same time, over the years, we have become representative for engine makers from Poland, some other component maker from Holland, in Spain, in the UK. So we represent them here now in Singapore. About 4 or 5 years back, I managed to convince a few other friends in the market. We started going to ship owning. We bought our first vessel, I think it's about 4 years ago. Then we moved on. We bought a second vessel early last year. And we're still looking for opportunity because the market is so depressed. So there are a lot of good buys out there. So that's another part of the business. I think probably keeping the business very strictly professional as an engineer. I gave a service as an engineer before I made my money. So I never thought like a businessman. There's always engineering. Make sure the customer gets the quality they deserve. Because I was on the other side where my customers are from the shipping industry. I knew what quality I wanted. Now I'm on the other side giving the same. So I made sure we provide quality items with full warranty. And we are there to support them. If there's a claim, we're always ready to replace it. My advice to young people is be prepared. There's a lot of sacrifice to be made. It doesn't come easy. There's a lot of ups and downs, and they must be prepared to sacrifice time, sacrifice family time as well. Without making sacrifice, they're not going to get anywhere. I think if you want to be an entrepreneur, be good in what you're doing. Keep educating yourself, keep upgrading, find new information, just be on top of the game.